Capricorn, welcome to the tarot room. My name is Robyn. And Capricorn, today, let's do an energy check-in. Let's just do a general reading, Cap. Let's see what's going on. Let's check in on the energy around you. Let's see how it will play out. Let's talk about you. Spirit guides, what's up with the Capricorn collective? What are we talking? The cards have been flying off the table all day. Well, it's only my second reading, but you know. They've been flying off. Okay. We have Yang. Okay. That's a very masculine energy. So you could be the masculine. You could be in touch with your masculine. There could be a masculine around you. Let's see. Well, even more masculine energy or very Plutonian energy. Maybe it's not, well, I don't know. I think Pluto is more of a feminine, but it's more of a destructive energy. So this is your ability to transform, take a big leap forward and rebirth. We got some Phoenix rising from the ash energy here. We do have the merging of the feminine and the masculine. You know, Pluto's ruled by Scorpio, so it's a very water energy. I'm going to feminine. Correct me if I'm wrong, astrology experts, but we have a Phoenix rising from the ashes. We have a taking control energy here. So let's talk about a Cap. Let's see what's going on. Let's get into your reading. Spirit guides, what's up with Capricorn? Six of Swords, moving on up. Ooh. Here's your disappointment, the Three of Wands in reverse. Something not going your way. A delay in getting something that you want here, Capricorn. Okay. And Cap, for those of you who are interested, I am open for personal readings. If you'd like one, the link is in the description box below, but it can also be found on my website, thetarotroom.net. We have the Four of Swords. We have the Page of Wands. We have the Two of Wands and the Sun. And there's the Five of Cups. Okay, and there's you trying to, there's definitely a disappointment. Four Cups, Five of Cups. There's definitely a disappointment, but the disappointment's already happened. Let me say that. It's not coming towards you. It's happened. You're trying to move past it. You're trying to let go. The Six of Swords tells us there was a test, a trial, a tribulation, something that's happened here that you're trying to move on from. And with the Three of Wands in reverse, you didn't get something. What's the Six of Swords? What's this energy? What's the lesson or the test or the, there's a lesson. Page of Pentacles is in reverse. Oh, Carl Jung has shown up today. There's the Ace of Cups. Okay. There's a Six of Cups. There's a Magician. Okay, there's a few different lessons I feel here. So with the Three of Wands in reverse, there's definitely a delay. You didn't get something that you wanted, whether it's work, love, you know, some of you I'm hearing offer on your house. So there's something that was, you just didn't get what you wanted here. There's a delay in gratification. And there's definitely a lesson being learned. This is my lesson card, the Page of Pentacles in reverse. And the Six of Swords is our spiritual test and transition card. The good news is that that does mean you passed your test. You learned the lesson. The lesson is, first of all, I feel with this Ace of Cups is self-love and what do you want? Sometimes we do things for other people. Sometimes we do things out of habit, loyalty, familiarity, sometimes just for security. And it's kind of learning exactly what it is that you want. So maybe if you got that or if you accomplished that, you wouldn't have been happy. And so you're really learning exactly what it is that does and does not make you happy. Could have been just a person. It could have been an ending of a relationship and you're just realizing, wow, I need some more self-love. This was not the right person for me. For others of you, I feel like the lesson here is understanding the ups and downs, the ebbs and flows in life, in alchemy. There's a Two of Pentacles, and that's all about understanding the ups and downs. Life has ups and downs. It has good times and bad times. It's never just going to be straight and flat. And according to the teachings of Carl Jung, if it is, we're living someone else's life. And it's alchemizing that, turning a negative into a positive, an obstacle into a blessing. You know, the Two of Pentacles in the Rider-Waite deck, he has that really big red top hat. And that represents gaining experience, life experience, people experience, whatever that experience is, and applying it in the future. So that's what this delay, disappointment here taught you. Now the Four of Swords is the card of healing, but it's also the cards of inner gnosis. And it's realizing that you have all the tools within yourself in order to accomplish what it is that you want. You just got to be honest about that and understand that there are delays, there are disappointments, there are negative things that are going to happen. Some of them are soul contracts, some of them are people's karma, some of them are our karma, and some of them is just things that are outside of our control and there ain't shit we can do about it. But this is all about regrouping. And so I feel a very strong regrouping energy here. Now, the Page of Wands, and there it is. So there's like a huge shift in the energy. I want to see how we get to this shift because here's like a regrouping. I'm frustrated. I'm focusing on my lessons. What do I got to do? And then here, you know, the Page of Wands to the Two of Wands to the Sun, is very creative. It's very exciting. It's very happy, right? It's thinking outside the box. It's okay, you know what? That didn't work. What do I got to do to get it? What do I got to do to make it work this time? What do I got to do to get where I want to go? And the Page of Wands is excitement. So what is the Page of Wands? Is it a message coming in that changes things? Is it just a perspective shift? What is the Page of Ace of Wands? Got a lot of fire here at the bottom of this reading. There's the Magician. I think it's just realizing your power. You have the power. There's a Page of Wands. There's Karma. Okay, so for some of you, I believe it's an opportunity. I believe the Page of Wands is a message or an opportunity coming in. It could be a job offer. It could be a contract. It could be you meet someone in love. But for others of you, and I feel what I'm going to say is probably the majority of you, it's you being excited about where you're going. It's a shift in your perspective. It's taking your power back. All right, what happened in the past happened. Can't change it. Can't control it. I can't do anything about it. The only thing that I can do is focus on me, use my tools, use my resources, get creative to accomplish this goal, to get where it is that I want to go here. I do feel with the Six of Cups, this might have been a theme of your life. So you may have had a lot of barriers, a lot of challenges. We all know Pluto was in Capricorn for a very long time, which could have created some balance and there's Pluto. However, Pluto's moved into Aquarius now. I don't know what, I think I said Pluto was in Capricorn and I'm losing my mind. But the point is it's gone. It's no longer in your sign. It's no longer affecting you. Even the residual effect of Pluto, right? And when planets come and go, there's a little bit of time before and after that they're still going to affect us. It's been a few months now. So that effect is gone. And now you're the phoenix rising from the ashes. The destructive energy, that Plutonian energy has left the building. And Capricorn is excited. They're transforming it. I do feel there was some life lessons, some life contracts, some soul contracts here. But now it's like you see the light at the end of the tunnel. There's you. Hold on, the cards were this way. Seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. There's you really focusing on what it is that you want. There's you planning. The Two of Wands is also the card of doing things differently. If you do things the same that you did in the past, you're going to get the exact same result. Nothing's going to change. And this is you doing things differently, getting creative, trying new things, getting outside your comfort zone a little bit. And that's when real change happens, right? That's that Two of Pentacles, that Carl Jung energy. When we have those challenges and those barriers, that's when we grow. I see you here in a very planning energy towards the end of this reading. You're no longer regrouping. You're no longer, contemplating or thinking about this. Now you're taking action. You're creating your plan, you're sticking to it. You're moving forward and you're pretty excited about how things are going. I do feel there's progress for that excitement, whether it's like a job offer, a message coming in, a contract, you got the loan, you got the funding for this, right? Whatever that would be, that's coming in. And you're feeling pretty excited here, Capricorn, and like with the phoenix rising from the ashes, you can't hold Capricorn down. Capricorn will rise, and they will rise higher than they were before. Okay, what's the sun energy? Is there anything else you want to clarify or add to this energy around Capricorn right now? So I'm saying, why are the cards flying over there today? Maybe I got to shuffle over here. Okay, hold on. The Ten of Pentacles! Yeah. And look, the Eight of Wands, but the Eight of Wands was in reverse. So it's like, now you know what you need to do to get where you want to go. Basically, the Ten of Pentacles is the card of abundance, prosperity, right? But when we look at the Rider-Waite deck, it's also got the pentacles aligned in the Tree of Life, and it also has the checkerboard symbolism, chessboard symbolism. I always say checkerboard because, well, I play more checkers than chess, but it's the chessboard symbolism. It's being the queen on that chessboard. It's making your own moves. Maybe you were a pawn before. Maybe you weren't perceiving your own power. Maybe you weren't making big enough moves, but you are now. So the Eight of Wands is that stagnancy coming to an end. It's knowing that now you're in this Ten of Pentacles energy. You're in a very prosperous energy. It's showing loyalty to yourself, I'm hearing. So in some form, some manner, Capricorn, I just get this feeling that you were showing loyalty to something outside of yourself. And now you're going to show loyalty to yourself first and foremost. Ten of Pentacles and the sun is how we end this. Oh, what's the Seven of Swords? The Ten of Swords. Being strategic. Like, there could have been a very strong betrayal. Someone could have hurt you, could have stabbed you in the back, right? And it could have derailed some plans that you had. But there's two ways to react to that. You can let that stop you or you don't. You can let that stop you or you don't. One door closes, another door opens. So we start this reading with a very frustrating energy and we end this reading with excitement, prosperity, happiness. The Ten of Pentacles is like one of the best cards, and so is the Sun. So there's a really seeing the light at the end of the tunnel here. There's progress And that's a beautiful thing, because when you see that progress towards your goals, it keeps you motivated that much more to get there. So Capricorn, there's a really positive change in your energy here. We got the Phoenix rising from the ashes straight up. Nobody can hold you down. Remember that song? Oh no, I got to keep on moving. That's what's up. That's what I got. That's what's going down. So Cap, let's grab some oracles. Let's see what they want to say. We'll jump back into the tarot. We'll do a potential outcome. We'll go into the month of May 2025. We'll see how this rise is going, how high in the sky the Phoenix has gotten. Okay, that's silly. All right, what does Capricorn need to surrender to? Okay. Yeah, creativity. There's a very creative energy here. Let your imagination soar. Stay open to all creative ideas about how to pursue a dream or how to solve your problem. Yep. And that Page of Wands, that Sun, that Two of Wands is a very creative energy. Okay, what is the Akashic Record? What I'm hearing is, how bad do you want it? How bad do you want it, Capricorn? So that's what's up. Yeah, new experiences, getting outside your comfort zone. So boldly try new experiences to energize your life. New things will bring new feelings and inspiration, allowing you to grow and enrich your life experiences. Okay, I do want to grab the spirit animal. We'll jump back into the tarot. What's the spirit animal message for Capricorn? Oh, we got ourselves a couple. Okay, the owl. Look at that. Look at those wise eyes, right? The symbolism of the owl is wisdom. So observation. You're being encouraged to look beyond appearances to the true reality of a situation or a person's motives. You have to hear what's really being said despite the words and emotions coming from the messenger. Okay? Gobble, gobble. Good news. That's that Page of Wands. So you're going to receive an unexpected... Okay, hold on. Got excited. Just let me settle down. I wasn't even reading the card, okay? You may soon receive an important but very unexpected gift. Accept this with deep respect. Someone has sacrificed a lot to help you open doors and grow. A lot of things are changing for the better. And like I said, like for some of you, whatever it is, there's some... Where's my tarot? The Page of Wands is an opportunity. It's a message. It's a gift from the universe. Okay, we'll stop that. Let's do it. Let's get down to it. Let's get your potential outcome. Now, Cappies, when I say potential, there's always free will. You're going to make the decisions you're going to make. And when I say outcome, let's talk about May 2025. Let's see how this is progressing. Let's see how you're doing. Let's see how it's going. Let's see. Let's tap into you to see what's up. Okay. Death and rebirth in reverse. There's a resistant, but there's the Eight of Wands is in reverse. Okay. There's a resistance energy there. What's that? But there's the Eight of Pentacles. Okay. Okay. Like I know Taurus isn't here, but I feel like a Taurus, like a very resistance energy. Okay. You could have Taurus in your chart, or you could be dealing with a Taurus. But there's a Ten of Cups. Yeah, that's end. That's end. That's good English. That's coming to an end. Okay, hold on. Star, Queen of Cups, Ten of Wands. Yeah, what's under that star? Yeah, the Knight of Pentacles. I do want to pop some cards in this, but what I see is you working on that. Whatever that resistance is, resistance to accept what somebody did or a betrayal, resistance to accept that you didn't get where you wanted to go, resistance to accept the Eight of Wands, something not coming into fruition. I want to understand this resistance, and then we'll get into this. Why is the death and rebirth in reverse? It could be a resistance to let go of the past. Is it an acceptance? Is it letting go? What is that? I want to understand the resistance better, please. The Page of... Sorry, excuse me. There's no pages here. The Six of Cups. The Three of Pentacles. Temperance. What's on the bottom? Your thoughts about the past. So... there's a lack of appreciation here. Maybe it's internal appreciation. Maybe someone outside of yourself didn't appreciate and value. Yeah, the Nine of Wands. I do feel it might be external. So it's like accepting that someone didn't value and appreciate you. Accepting that, you know, maybe the universe didn't appreciate the work. There's an element of not being appreciated, and there's an element of accepting that. So again, maybe you didn't value the skills you have. Maybe someone outside of yourself didn't value you. Both the Eight of Wands in reverse and the death and rebirth in reverse, that there was a resistance to see or accept or to let go of that lack of appreciation. You were thinking a lot about it. It's like if it was a relationship, you know, They didn't appreciate what you brought to the table. If it was a business, they didn't appreciate all the sales you were getting and the growth that you brought to the company. So there's just an element of a lack of appreciation, and maybe you didn't appreciate and value yourself, right? It could be internal, but whatever it is, there was a resistance to see, accept it, and release it and let go. You were thinking a lot about that. But now, in the future, in May 2025, you appreciate that. It's like, you know, it's like you didn't get that job promotion. It's like, you know what? I appreciate that they didn't, because now I started my own company and look at me, baby. I'm making way more money than I could have ever made when I was there. You know, it's like an element of that where it's like now you appreciate that experience. You appreciate what you learned. You value yourself. Maybe it taught you to value and appreciate yourself, because now you've learned to kind of master that emotion, master that feeling, master that energy. You also know and learn that it was temporary. And there's your stress and your burdens, temporary, coming to an end. They're not permanent. Well, damn, hello, Hierophant. Hello, King of Pentacles. Look at that dapper energy. And the Queen. Okay, well, and the Six of... Damn, you in a good energy in a month, Capricorn. So we have the divine masculine and the feminine up here. Some of you, it could be love. Maybe, you know, your past partner or partners weren't appreciating and valuing you. And you got love coming in here with this Queen of Pentacles and the Six of Wands. The Hierophant is also there. Where'd the Hierophant go? Hello. So there's an element of waiting for the right person. Now this right person has entered your life. Now for those of you where this is not applying in love, let's say it's applying in business or another aspect of your life, this is your feminine, your masculine merging again. There's your feminine and your masculine merging again. And there's a Six of Wands, a bad-ass success. So there's like this really strong, it's like, especially if it's love, it's like when you meet the right person, oh God, you know what? Now I'm so thankful that Bob from 5 years ago showed me that, because that is not the right person. This is the right person for me. That was not the right job. This is the right job for me. So there's that element now, really strong element of appreciating that experience and that delay in what you want, because now you realize, hindsight's 2020, like this is so much better than I could have ever imagined. This is so much better than I thought. This love is like a love I've never had. This job is my dream job. My business is flying high, right? So you've now realized May is a really good energy. It's a beautiful energy around you, Capricorn, but most of all, you're happy. And you're at peace, and you're realizing whatever that delay was, that lack of value, that appreciation energy here, you're sure feeling appreciated now by yourself and by the people around you. That's what's important. This person taught you how to appreciate and respect yourself, but also how to understand that sometimes rejection is God's protection. All right, Cap, that's what's up. That's what I got. That's what's going down. So Capricorn, I sure hope you enjoyed your reading. And if you like my style, I do ask that you like, comment, subscribe, for it helps my channel to grow. Thank you, Cappy. I always appreciate your support. And let's close your reading off with a yes or no question. Yes or no? What's the answer for Capricorn? Okay, we have two. First question. If you have one question, I think so. That would be a yes. Now, for those of you that have a second question. You ready? Wait, hold on, what did I say? You shall not. All right, Cappy, truly wish you the best of luck. Until next time.